Hey, everybody. Today we're debating whether or not trans women are women, and we're starting right now with Classy Neurotic's opening statement. Thanks for being with us. Classy, the floor is all yours.
My name is Classy, and I am going to be arguing that trans women are women. Definitions. Transgender is an umbrella term for persons whose gender identity, gender expression, behavior does not conform to that is typically associated with the sex to which they were assigned at birth. Gender identity is the internal sense of gender. Gender expression is how a person shows their gender identity to others through behavior, clothing, hairstyles, voice, or body characteristics. Sex is biological status as male or female and can be attributed to chromosomes, hormones, or the external or internal anatomy. Gender are the socially constructed roles, behaviors, activities, and attributes that the society considers appropriate for men, women, etc., and then intersexuality, atypical sexual development. So I want to make this point clear. Definitions are very important, especially when we want to get to the technical know-how. But I want to make the point that the way we use language, oftentimes the concept of a word is more important than the actual dictionary definitions. Audience, can you tell me what is the definition of a camera? Here, I'll give it to you. It's fine. You don't have to know the definition of a camera. Okay, this is the definition of a camera. But you understand the concept of what a camera is because you know the function of a camera. And we're going to find this is the same situation with women and trans women. So, this is a camera, this is a camera, this is also a camera. Cameras come in all different shapes and sizes and all different types of technologies, but you know what a camera is. You can ask a 3-year-old, what is a camera? They won't give you a dictionary definition, but they'll give you a definition that fits the function of a camera. So, what is a woman? If you look at the dictionary definition, it's going to say something like adult, human, female. And that is not wrong. However, what we're going to find that in society, ultimately, what a woman is the social expectations and social norms of what we expect adult human females to do. And what we find is that transgender women are women because they can fulfill the role, expectations, and norm of what is expected of an adult human female. They may not do it 100% of the time, but neither do cisgendered women. This is a woman, this is a woman, this is also a woman. Just by looking at them, you already know what a woman is, and they fulfill the function regardless of whatever their biological basis is. So, to quote Natalie Wynn, it is not I who misunderstands biology, it is you who misunderstands language. Expect Andrew Wilson to use all sorts of inflammatory languages and phrases, like, oh, it's just a bunch of gay dudes who like to dress up like women because it gets them off, and they usually suffer from idle gynephilia. This is a hypothesis popularized by the researcher known as Ray Blanchard. However, this has been refuted multiple times. Once a researcher known as Charles Moser used Blanchard's method to cisgender women because, to my knowledge, Blanchard never uses with cisgender women, only with transgender women. And we actually found out that 93% of cisgender women have idle gynephilia using Blanchard's method. And then a German group also tried to use the same method to prove Blanchard right, but they couldn't find any conclusive evidence. Expect Josh Cedar to say something like, male pattern violence don't change just because you're trans, and these men are now being put in prisons with women who have committed non-violent offenses and sexual acts. I can't say the full quote, but essentially what he's trying to say is that the male pattern of violence doesn't change just because you're transgender. But what we find through the research is that the opposite is true. In fact, that transgender women are more likely to be the victims of violence than the perpetrators. And you might ask, why should we care about transgender women? Well, you see, like many groups in the United States, transgender women are in fact discriminated against in things such as housing, employment, and education. And these things often are going to have huge implications for their health. What does the science say? The science says that gender affirming care works and that the detransition rate is very low, less than 1%. In the fact that more people regret having back surgery than their gender affirming care. So, in conclusion, transgender women are women because they can fulfill the social role of what is expected of an adult human female, even if it's not 100% of the time, but neither do cisgender women. And you should look at what the research says, what the science says, and not listen to failed reality TV stars like Josh Cedar. Thank you.